Hello and welcome. We have a mission, reduce CO2 now. It's basically about taking care that less fossil fuel is used. On the other hand, that how we get CO2 out of the air, but also a really big area is about food. Because, if the whole world, if everybody would be eating a diet, what they eat would be ideal for CO2, and that we only eat what we really need, especially like in the developed world, people eat just much too much, and then we would just avoid that food is getting wasted. That's like, it's like 50 to 80% of the agricultural space we use right now could be reforested. That would make an enormous dent in CO2 production because we could replant a lot of forest around the world. That would be great already. And that's like, we have these three areas. What we are eating is one thing, like what kind of diet. Then the amount of food we are eating, it's also about your diet. A lot of people eat much too much. Here in general, in developed countries, we are eating like we consume double the amount of calories we actually need. So that's why a lot of people are actually obese, overweight, and so on. And then the third one, a lot of stuff is actually wasted. So yesterday, we started a cooperation with a company. They do something about food waste. They have a software, an application, which is there to manage food waste, or let's say in general, the logistics of the inventory of a restaurant. It's for the professional world, for restaurants, for all kinds of things, so that they can manage, what do we have? What did we buy? How much is there? How much do we use? And I think they use something like cameras and AI and so on to manage this, and then like the manager knows, okay, we have like this can expire and maybe we can do something about it. There's even the possibility to network with other restaurants and say, hey, I have here some stuff and it's going to be expired. Can we like share it, redistribute, and help each other out, that not everybody has to have these high stocks. So there is already in this software, there's like lots and lots of possibility because, hey, let's face it, let's say you have bought something and it's, going to expire. You can't use it anymore for legal reasons. So you have to get rid of it, but you can't don't give it to your customers. If you are networking this application and this application knows, hey, here Thomas has got spaghetti. It's just say something, spaghetti. And then the other could say, okay, I can take some of these and you redistribute in your area with other restaurants. And they have something, hamburgers or chicken. And then they redistribute. And in the end, you're just using a simple system to balance this out, that not one restaurant is always receiving. You can find a mechanism that actually restaurants would be cooperating, that they don't waste really food. Or if you are looking for something, you could do the same thing. You see that, Thomas has stocks on something. I could just I don't have something. I could just ask him, can I get some of your spaghetti? Because I have some customers coming in who want spaghetti and I need it, So you can, there's a possibility even that these restaurants might be competitors. They could be working together on a networking layer behind the scenes. That would be a cool thing for the benefit of the whole world. So, this kind of software, first of all, they need the clients and so on to make this one. But there's lots and lots of possibility already in this software to cooperate. And I think they also get some funding from the state. So there's a lot of possibility to bring people together, to solve a problem, and do something. So now why is it important? Of course, like I said, a lot of food is wasted. Now let's just how can somebody market such a software? Well, the big thing is, if you come to a restaurant and you just say, Thomas, you are wasting food, and this food is costing you 1,000 euros or so. And then I say, yeah, okay. But, if I just take more attention, I need a new person. So it's not cost efficient for me to put another person. Okay, now you buy a software and you pay a little bit for the software. And hopefully you have but again, you have it's just and you want to sell something, there's two things. People have a pain and you have a painkiller. They help you to stand the pain. You have a headache and you have a pill, aspirin, and that helps, that's what people like to do. Or So you want, here's a pain and people want to get away from the pain. So that's like one thing. Hey, you are wasting money, which is never good. Yeah? So, but you still would have to do other things. And this is installing maybe more pain because you have to train your people and so on to actually do this. But, of course, the other thing is pleasure. You want to go towards pleasure. For example, having more customers, making more money, having more people coming in, spending more money and so on. Or like advertising, these kind of things. So these are all like pleasure for you as a restaurant. And of course, you could say, hey, I'm running this software and I'm really doing food waste management, not only good for the money, but it's, good for the environment. So I'm running my food waste. I'm not maybe saving really a lot of money in the end. It's just like I'm reducing the amount of food waste. So I'm doing something which is good for the environment. You could have something like a STEM, or let's assume that these data, the software is like tracking something. You probably also have like some data. So the software could say, hey, Thomas has a KPI. He was like 10% effective. Now he's 99% effective. He's one of the gold star restaurants of the business. That could be one thing. Or like what I'm really keen on is, hey, can we use parts of this software in our application for reduced CO2 now? Because can people at home use this somehow to track their stuff, like these algorithms or whatever they have there. So can we use a food waste management kind of software in our application? We already put it on the list. Or can we make something that we make a marketing network out of this, that like restaurants who do a good job in CO2, like reducing waste, making CO2 aware menu. Hey, we are going to put these kind of things in the list, and then we are doing the marketing. We may be doing a map, and then you can say, where's a restaurant which is CO2 conscious in the area? And then you just go there when you are interested in this kind of topic. And suddenly restaurants will pick it up that, hey, if you are known as a restaurant who is doing something for CO2, you have a CO2 menu and say, hey, you want to do something good? These are all foods which we really prepare for you, which are much better for CO2 than the other stuff. Huh? So, isn't that cool that we just not only give them a software but for a solution for pain, but we create a whole marketing system all around this? How is it possible? Yeah, it's just one of our values is openness. So if you just publish how much food you are wasting somewhere on a website and people can say, oh yeah, you are really doing a good job, that's the thing. Thank you very much for watching. Please follow the channel.